Greetings rascals, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ben. Today I'm telling you about the new Apple Vision Pro headset, which was presented a few days ago, and I'm only telling you about it today because I couldn't attend the Apple conference and therefore had to catch up. I have recovered, I have thought, I have spoken, and I have brought out what I am about to tell you. First, I want to ask you a question. Is this really the direction we wanted VR/AR to take? And is this the right direction to increase the use of these devices and this technology? Let's start immediately from the Tyrannosaurus in the room. Apple Vision Pro is not a mass device because it is not a VR viewer but an AR viewer, despite its limited technology, and above all it costs between $3,500 and $4,000. There is nothing strange in all this because it is terribly in line with Apple's marketing way of doing, which offers a product with an attractive design, which promises an unprecedented user-friendly experience, compatible with the now consolidated Apple ecosystem made up of dedicated apps and devices that talk to each other. I'm not interested in talking about the viewer here because I will never buy it, not for a question of money but for what I want to do with VR. This viewer won't let me. However, I want to talk to you about some things in particular, namely, what opportunities does it offer? How can it change the market, and what are the problems I see in this story? I was looking at them because they are so beautiful. These are the Quest 2 controllers, similar to those of all the other viewers on the market, and I thought that the lack of controller of the Apple Vision Pro will greatly limit the operations that can be done with this new viewer. Everything works through hand tracking and definitely gestures. The main purpose of technology has always been to simplify our lives, but if you don't even want to hold a controller in your hand, more than simplifying your life, maybe you should think about ending it. Let's take a step back. What made smartphones one of the most popular and used objects in the world? It's not the brand, it's not the model, but the ease of use and the possibility of interfacing not only with other people but also with other devices. And the more this operation was made simple and immediate, even through interfaces that were increasingly simple to use, the more these devices took hold, until today, where we all have at least one at home. Now if you think about it, you already have a headset attached to your face, so why criticize a device that could offer you the same functions as a smartphone, but with the possibility of having your hands free, with an environment all around you that it's the interface. So it's not on a 5, 6, 7-inch screen anymore, but do you have it 360 degrees and high resolution and big size? Thinking of it in these terms, it is clear that the goal to reach is that is to be able to have a tool that at any time and place is able to make you interact with other people and with the environment that surrounds you. And it is useless to stand there and say the usual bullshit,
"Here, they want to bring us into the Matrix."
But you ugly Apple who is always on the phone and on Facebook to inform you on how to protect yourself from chemtrails, on flat earth, and how to recognize aliens. You are already in the Matrix. And what are the opportunities of a device or a product like that which, just like a telephone, puts everything at your fingertips and immediately? That is, you don't even have to take your phone out of your pocket, because with this viewer on your face or with more comfortable devices that will replace the bulk of the viewers in the future, you don't need to ask for information, because it is given to you in real time. The opportunities are for the market to reach you anytime. And while the market now has a limit, in those moments when you're not at the PC or on the phone, with a device like this, the market has no limits. Not only that, video calls can be replaced with virtual meetings with the other person who, instead of being confined to a box on your PC or phone screen, has them next to you, as if they were in the room with you. Or think of the use of content such as videos, films, concerts, shows, lessons, conferences, meetings, etc., all around you, in high definition and in real time. However, it will not be only the end user who will suffer the consequences of this new advancing technology which is destined to become the future, but the entire market itself will undergo changes. Imagine being able to have a single device that allows you to create one or more monitors from scratch in front of you, which you can move and modify as you wish, while on your virtual desk there is a telephone that, without even picking it up, simply pointing at it with your finger, you can answer calls, messages, send emails, browse internet pages and make online purchases, order a pizza. All this with a single device on the face that puts everything you bought physically up to now, around you, virtually, at no cost but equally functional and functional. Since I can create a screen from scratch to work, watch movies, since I can create a smartphone from scratch, since I can create everything I need from scratch and manage it with pinches, what do I do with the real ones? There's no longer a need to buy them, so the market, if it wants to survive, has to adapt, because, let's assume this thing takes hold and everyone starts walking around with these viewers on their faces, the company that insists on watching TV, it won't last long. Apple has decided to give a nice acceleration to all this. It is clear that at the moment it is an exercise in style and that very few will buy this viewer. We will probably only see it on the faces of some important public figure with a boatload of money who wants to show the world that even though they have no use, they can afford such a device, or I imagine it as a scenic object in one of those extravagant fashion shows. However, the technology is there, and how, Apple has fielded the best of its designers to create this viewer. It is full of sensors, it recognizes the hands, the eyes, the face, it manages to reproduce the face of whoever is using it on a kind of external screen. In short, it is clear that they worked on it. On the other hand, and here I start with my personal considerations, what does this viewer do? He practically studies you. It reads the movement of your eyes, it reads your expressions, it reads your mind, because little by little it learns from your habits, also learning to foresee them. A bit like Facebook that knows everything about you by putting together the information that you yourself have entered and the things you do using Facebook, videos you watch, where you like, where you comment, etc., and in fact then manages to provide you with suggestions of content and products that could reflect your interests. This headset is social media turned hardware, and we combine all this with artificial intelligence. Think if instead of algorithms and cookies, artificial intelligence knows everything about you. If you're not a company, I don't think this is a good thing, because at any moment, whoever gets hold of that information could use it in any way. That is, on the other side of the world there could be a virtual you, which is passed off as the real you, which promotes and encourages the abandonment of animals. Other point of view. I make content, videos, posts, montages, I write the texts for my videos, etc. So, if you want to support what I do, go below the video, press the super thank you button with the heart with the $sign, choose the amount from 1 to whatever you like, and it's a way to thank me for the work I physically do, for what I do. Now, however, how could even the simple creation of content change? How could the work of the influencer change? I scan myself with the Apple viewer, take an AI, feed it the 900 videos I've uploaded to my channel so far, and it learns how I speak, my style, the way I edit videos, the topics I usually deal with, and since it is not only able to learn but also to evolve, I let it do everything, and slowly I will find content on the channel that perhaps I myself would never have been able to do. Maybe I'll also put in a nice monthly subscription to watch my content. Well, $5 a month, and these 10,000 users I have become my income without me doing anything. Fantastic, isn't it? But the question I ask you again is, are we really sure that this is the direction in which we want to go? Already now people are constantly attached to the telephone, PC or other social devices which for me have little social value, and the dependence on these devices is now recognized as a real disease. There are people who detoxify themselves, who cure, which goes into therapy. That is, we are talking about something that if not managed well is equal to drugs, and the more we go on, the more we see the appearance on the market of devices that increasingly want to push you to stick to them, and in this case in all senses, because now it really is something that sticks in your face. I'll give you an example that may seem stupid. If you give a monkey who is smart enough to know how to use it, a device that simplifies a lot of things that he did physically up to now, such as climbing trees and picking bananas, thanks to that device, gradually stop doing this thing, because now he can do it with this device, without climbing. It will get to the point that if you take this device away from it, this monkey won't be able to do anything anymore. It will no longer be able to climb trees to look for food and many other things that device had made simple for it. Now would you say that it was the monkey that controlled this technology, and it is the technology that started to control the monkey? Do we really want to be controlled by technology? Do we really want to become slaves to something that in the end we really don't need? And above all, do we want to do it with a smile, with enthusiasm, making everyone believe that this is the future? Now Apple Vision Pro costs $4,000, and damn it, so many people buy it that it becomes a device like a PC or a smartphone. But sooner or later other viewers will arrive on the market that have this intention, not to let you play, but that of the arts, entering a circle from which you will never leave, with prices more within everyone's reach, will always be smaller, more comfortable, discreet. Therefore this thing is destined to become a mass phenomenon. But I repeat, we want it really? I conclude by saying, Some of you could tell me, Ben, no one forces you to buy a viewer or glasses to put on to take advantage of their various functions. True, no one forces me, just like today no one forces you to buy a PC, a telephone. But try today to walk around without a phone. If you are a company, try not having an internet page, an app, a Telegram profile, an e-commerce, and if you are not a private individual, try using all those services that are now only online. Then let's see if you are indeed free not to. We must control the technology and not the other way around. See you in the comments if you want to talk about it better. See you in the Telegram group. You can find the link in the description. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment and support the channel using the thanks button. That's all at Ben's. See you next time. Greetings rascals.